Slowly by and drive you so insane. Sticks and stones will break your bones, they seldom let you snooze. Spooky, scary skeletons will wake you with a
Hello there, my lovely Legionnaires. Good morning, good morning. How are we doing? Oh, God. Good morning, good morning.
Hey, baby doll.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Big Mac. Was just about to say, we only have... There's only 3 days left.
That means we should be at 312?
We are at 312. There's only 3 days left of the Spooky Scary Subathon. So if you've been waiting for the last minute, this is the time. Sass. Sad. So this is an old character. You can tell by how dated my fucking art style was. I have not drawn her since. This is a character called the Doll Maker. I've not drawn her in a very long time, so she's not gonna look like this by the end. Oops. Fucked up my symmetry tool. Probably not. I will probably not be. Plan is once the subathon is done, I'll be focusing on some other, like, scripted work. taking a little streaming break, but I'll still be working because I can't not work for a month. I will but simply be taking a streaming break.
What day of the week are you gonna stream for November?
They'll be Wednesdays.
Gotcha. And now we can figure it out. You can dual stream to YouTube and Twitch, and Twitch stopped being stupid, and you're not gonna get in trouble for co-streaming anymore.
It's true. It's true. Oh, I love the GG Scram. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I haven't drawn her in some fucking time. Is there anything you could tell us about the doll maker? Yeah, so she's,
Bad.
very bad. She's the villain of, my more, like, samurai-themed, D&D setting. I don't talk about, Hanako much. Purely because I don't have a lot of its, like, world building super fleshed out yet. So I just don't, like, I don't have a lot to say about it, which is partly why I don't talk about it too much. But very, sort of a fictionalized period somewhere between, Meiji Restoration and, Sengoku era. Not trying to be too historically accurate, predominantly because, like, I'm not a fucking expert, and it'd feel weird if I was trying to be. Just kind of a spot for me to do my stupid period Japanese anime shit that I like.
It's not stupid.
But she's... It's tough. This is one of the things, right? Is part of why it's taken so long to, like, do anything with this setting, is because, like, I don't know what stat block she'd be. She's not human.
It might be something you just have to mishmash.
It may be something I have to mishmash. So she's a construct, technically.
At this point.
At this point, yeah. I mean...
Was she never not a construct?
She's been a lot of things. Basically, she was kind of loosely a person. For a while, and then she was not a person, and then she was... Basically, her whole goal is to find, immortality. Like, real immortality, right? Because, like, as far as she's concerned, like, being a lich is not good enough. Because you can still die. That's not immortality. You have to, in order to become, like, truly, well and truly immortal, you have to, like, completely transcend the concept of being even able to die, right? Or transcend to such a point that, like, death is a mild inconvenience for you and you can continue to live afterwards, right?
I have figured out how to defeat her. We're just gonna have to pull a Denji.
Yeah, you might.
I'm not gonna spoil Chainsaw Man's, considering the anime's not done yet. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. If you know, you know.
Porcelain is bad for your mouth. I wouldn't recommend it. But she's kinda... Her shit is very, like, based in the idea of, like, the true search for immortality. In, like, the very classical sense, so to say, right? She's not, what one would traditionally define as alive. But she's also, like, but that's kind of all that matters to her, right? Like, she doesn't really give a shit that she's kind of only pseudo-living. The idea is that she's not dead, and therefore she's currently winning. But she didn't, like, she chose not to go for lichdom because when you become a lich, you kind of lose who you are as a person. And then that's not immortality.
God forbid women do anything.
Truly God forbid that women do anything.
Anastasia hates her.
Anastasia does fucking hate her. Hates her a lot. But she, this is the fun thing, right? Is because Anastasia kinda doesn't know what to do with her. Because at this point, there's kinda not a lot she can do about it.
I mean, grab Mr. Catman and drag her soul, if she has one, down to hell, or lock her in a box.
And that's kind of the main thing, right? Is the notion that, like, that's the usual go-to. But the fun, funky, fresh thing about her is that her soul is a little not normal either. See, the thing that the Dollmaker does, the thing that makes her, like, an antagonist, a villain, right, is that she's not really... She does a lot of, like, soul-based magic, because that's her shit. She wants to be able to completely reshape a humanoid soul, a mortal soul, in order to make it malleable enough that you can keep putting it in new vessels over and over again, right? That's the idea. But the thing is, the human soul is not meant to do that. The human soul's very rigid. It takes a shape. It forms a person. And it turns out that when you fuck around with that, when you twist and reshape and fuck with the way that a humanoid soul is supposed to function, bad shit goes down.
I have maybe a fucked up question.
Ask your fucked up question.
So, like, I don't know what you've decided upon what the answer is for Clancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's something should happen where, like, hypothetically, if he not necessarily having to take class levels or whatever, but like pledges himself to Anastasia, but then but like considering she hates like, death and shit, but, like, he has amnesia. He doesn't fucking know who he is. Like, would she just kill him?
Anastasia? Would she
Because
kill Clancy?
Yeah, if he tried, wanted to, in order to help take the dollmaker down, and just, like, something has to happen. I don't know. This is just purely hypothetical.
Clancy is okay.
And, like, 'cause I feel like she would know what his true nature is, but, like, he wouldn't. So, like, but would she just, like, kill him because he would technically probably be an abomination trying to cheat death because of his whole thing?
So, okay, for those of you in the audience who are probably very confused, Clancy's...
I'm guessing around it a little bit because I don't want to necessarily spoil in case it becomes streamed, or if it's just a home game. I don't know what you've decided upon at this point.
Yeah. Clancy's a character of Brooks. Well, we can give the general premise, right? Because you've talked about him on stream.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to answer, like, what happened to him or his, like, my plans for him.
Yeah, because I don't want to know. I'm doing an amnesia plot where I decided how it happened, but I actually don't know what the actual result is.
My brain
There's wiggle room.
Confusion. I'm returning to the womb. Shut up. I don't want to think about that right now. So Brooks' character Clancy is a clone that developed, like, sentience on his own, and he doesn't know, like, but he has amnesia because he's a clone. He doesn't remember, he doesn't know anything. So the bit is that he doesn't really have amnesia, he's just a baby. See, Clancy's weird. Clancy's in a weird spot.
Because, like, there's a chance that, like, he could still be the actual wizard that he came from, but, like, actually has amnesia. We have no idea what's gonna happen if, like, the wizard still exists and, like, they try to defeat him. Is the soul gonna try and override him or whatever? Like, who the fuck knows? I thought it was really interesting, and I wanted to give him specifically to Heaton because I know she'd have a field day playing around with that.
And spoilers, I did. The thing... Okay. So the thing to think about here, we're gonna operate on... I'll give you the answer for each possibility so that you don't know, like which is which, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to presume that, he has already subsumed the new body, yeah, probably. She would probably just, yoink his ass immediately. Because Clone's tough, right? It's a tough one to police. It's an even tougher one to, like, do anything about. So if he, like, prostrated himself before her and she was given the opportunity, oh yeah, she'd yoink his ass immediately. Goodbye. Reroll, new character. The goddess of death has said no. However, if we're to presume and go by the idea that, he hasn't subsumed the new body, that's where it gets a little interesting. Because the thing is, Clancy becomes a very fun anomaly in my Pantheon system, now that you've mentioned it. Because I didn't think about this until now. Because since he's... technically... Again,
he's technically a new person.
He's a new person, which means that he wouldn't be under Anastasia's judgment. That's not her domain anymore. So while he's operating and he's his own dude, Anastasia doesn't have any fucking say.
Can't just yoink him.
No.
He did not ask to be born. Who
No.
chooses?
Who chooses? He would be... he would be under
Technically,
Aditi.
Aditi.
Because he would be new life. Come to think of it, I bet, I could do some fun stuff with Warforged in my god system as well, actually.
Because no one chooses to be born.
No. Yeah, Dollmaker, to cycle back, is kind of an abomination against God in, like, a number of ways. She's, sort of no good. Big evil. Doing a little bit of a redesign process as we do this, which is why this sketch is going to take probably a lot longer than most of the ones we've done today. Or we've done during this series, because I'm basically redesigning her on the fly.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Clancy's identity crisis.
I'm also looking forward to Clancy's identity crisis.
Because he doesn't know how he happened. He woke up naked in a field. His parents are halflings whom adopted him.
God, you can tell that I did this forever, that I drew this design forever ago, back when I didn't know how to make things scary. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
It was just a skill set you hadn't developed yet. It's okay.
Got an idea for... That'll work. Want to make her arms unsettlingly long. It was in fact a Dandori issue. Refine that a little bit more when I'm refining the fucking line art. Who cares? He gives it back. Got them bugbear arms. I'll see myself out. She does have reach, which is unfortunate. She's just a little long. Little disconcertingly long. There we go. You're not gonna be able to see most of this detail. I like the idea that she's built like a ball-jointed doll, because ball-jointed dolls are just a little spooky. Their proportions are a little off. Just a little wrong. I'm not as EP today. I see Crafty's up already. What time does his shit start?
It's kind of an all-day thing. I know for you, you'll be on. I think you'll be on around 4-hour times. I think you're slated for 5 to 6 his time.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I don't join until. I'm not on until like. I only just got up. I had to do all the clocks. Let me check. Halloween Open Lab.
Cause yeah, he listed it in his time zone shit. So just subtract an hour.
Okay. Well, this shit doesn't start until fucking until 11. What is he doing?
He's doing some last minute checks. Considering it's a big event and he doesn't want to do a fucky wucky and have shit break down.
Fair enough, I suppose. It's just like my man's is up so early. What the fuck?
He's only up this early usually for Wild Wild West.
It's true. Hang on. I'm on 6 p.m. For him or for me? Because we're not...
If you're 5 to 6, what it says in the sheet, that means it's 4 for you.
Yeah. Yes. Want a little more... There we go. I wanted a better... Six to 7 on the sheet. I did the conversion rate. Okay, so it is 5 to 6 for me.
Okay.
Thank you, James. I was talking to Aaron about this for one of his designs. One of the things that I've learned... Oh yeah, if you want to go on 3-4, there was a dropout. If you're interested, Brooke.
I don't have any of that shit planned. I've actually been avoiding being on Open Lab at all until I actually have my model. And I don't want to... I'll feel weird if I'm just PNG tubing. So I'm not doing it.
Good morning, Avi.
Oh my god. Good morning, Krusty Crew.
Avi anxiously waiting for an hour so that he can watch my reaction in real time as per usual.
Could you imagine if we just cut back to the other fight?
Well, I know we're not.
It's a fucking no!
That's the one spoiler I got, is that we don't cut back to the other fight.
Okay. Damn.
Look, win or lose, this is better be the funniest fucking fight in the entire series, Akutami. You have one job.
I hope you guys are ready for an education.
In?
Comedy.
Hey, as long as it's funny, I can't complain.
Exactly. Oh, dude, I didn't fucking watch yesterday's episode of One Piece. I didn't get to see the most legendary pants shitting.
So fucking
Like,
funny.
Me and Bruce talk about it all the time. We're like, hey man, what's your favorite Admiral feat? Oh, dude, my favorite was when fucking Akainu fought Aokiji and when they forever changed the landscape of this one place. And I was like, dude, personally, I like it more when Fujitora does his shit in fucking Dressrosa.
Mhm.
Isn't that cool? And Bruce was like, personally, my favorite moment with the Admirals was when Green Bull shit his pants publicly in front of everyone. He fucking nectared himself.
I forgot because I haven't seen, because it's been a while since Marineford. Did you know? And I read that shit when they were in my Shonen Jumps every month. But I saw a clip from, in an edit of Mihawk. And I forgot that Mihawk is like, oh, you asked me to fight Whitebeard's allies. You did not ask me to fight Red Hair. Later.
I really hate dickheads who are like, oh, Mihawk doesn't want to fight Shanks. That means he's scared of him. And I'm just like, dude, maybe he just doesn't have time.
Maybe he just doesn't wanna. My man does the bare minimum, and that's it. And good for him.
He's a quiet quitter, and we love him for that.
I love how, like, we have basically 1,100 chapters of One Piece, and we don't know jack or shit about Mihawk.
We don't know jack or shit about Mihawk, or we don't know jack or shit about, like, Moria. We don't know jack or shit about, like, most of the warlords or the Yonko.
I think the only two that we know, like, a sizable amount about are Hancock and Doffy now. I think we don't know anything about any of the others. Like, we don't know it. I didn't think about it until rewatching Alabasta, but I looked at Brooke and I'm like, oh yeah, we don't know dick about Crocodile.
Well, we know one thing about Crocodile.
And it's that he's trans.
Well, we know two things about Crocodile.
That he's Luffy's mom.
Yup. Also, dude, I'm still thinking about how he's called Blackleg Sanji.
Mm-hmm.
Like Stealth Black.
Yeah, it's almost as if.
No, but it was just then.
Hey, did you? Oda never planned that. It's one of my favorite, like, things of, like, oh no, like, fucking, he made up, like, that shit, like, on the fly. Like, he never thought about, Whole Cake. And I'm like, dog, he was laying the ground for it in fucking Skypiea. Are you dumb?
Are you stupid?
Are you a dumb, stupid, idiot, stupid, dumb man?
Did he think about it when he first created Sanji? Probably not, but, like, the constant, like, motherfuckers are like, oh, he just made shit up about Sanji on the fly. It's like, no, there was foreshadowing. Please learn how to read.
Did you for gore? I mean, homie, I for gore all the time. Don't worry about it.
Hello, welcome to Sanji's themes being constantly related to, your family doesn't make you. Interesting. I wonder if that was maybe planned. Anyway.
I need to fix my brain so I stop forgetting things when I want to say them. I need to go in with, like, an ice pick.
Shanks is the coolest ever, and he is disabled. We stay winning. It's true.
I know Shanks is technically disabled, but he certainly doesn't act like he is.
Disabled.
Shanks may be disabled, but he is very perfectly able.
Saying that no, I like the bit of Shanks is not disabled. That's incorrect. Shanks is debuffed.
Shanks got nerfed.
Shanks got nerfed.
Only technically.
Patch came out and everyone was like, damn it! Now there's a metagame! We would just pick Shanks and call it a day!
I can't believe, did Kid lost his arm after Shanks did, right?
Oh yeah, way after.
Okay.
Because Kid had his arm in Sabaody.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I forgot that he doesn't lose his arm until after Sabaody. And we find out that it's because he tried to find Shanks and got his fucking shit rocked.
Yeah, Ben Beckman was like, "Bro, you need to step off," and Kid was like, "What do you mean? You're not even ah 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 ah."
And then he was like, yeah, you know what? I think I will do better this time. Fucking if you gamers hadn't gassed him up, he wouldn't have
God.
gotten his fucking shit kicked in a second time.
Hey, but at least you saw Shanks this time.
It's true. He did not
Mm-hmm.
simply get wrecked by the first mate this time.
Yeah, he saw the wind-up, he saw the swing, and he saw Black.
Unbelievable. Useless Captain Mid, indeed.
Useless Captain Mid. I still need to find that image of the Mary at the bottom of the ocean, and Kid is there.
Oh, okay, so you remember yesterday you mentioned, you're like, do you ever hear a character speak? And then you're like, I can't unhear this other character.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I listen to Kid talk, all I can go is, hi, Yusuke.
That's the thing, is that it took me a little bit to be like, oh, Justin Cook. It took me a second to realize that's who it is. In Sabaody, I couldn't tell at all. But in,
No.
like, Wano, yeah, I could tell.
I was like,
It,
oh, it's
it, it,
Yusuke.
it took me a second.
Hi, Yusuke.
With me,
It's the same way
my
it's the same way with Bellamy.
I don't even know Bellamy's fucking dub voice.
It's Justin Cook.
Oh. What it is for me is I will be doing a random video game. I'll be playing a game or I'll be watching an anime. And I'm like, oh yay, hello. Or May will be on my screen. And I'm like, oh, hey 18. How's it going? Have you been? And then my homies are like, that's not 18. And I'm like, that's my 18.
Is
You
Amelie
think I
18
watch?
now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good for Amelie.
Amberly Connors.
I did not know that. Good for her.
Yeah, no, she's fucking in it. She was in Fairy Tale. She's doing a bunch of shit.
I'm happy for her.
She's Fairy Tale as the only character I know about in Fairy Tale because she the girl who sneezes.
Feels very, yeah, I believe that. I 100% believe that there's some Game of Thrones influence in there. That's Gans. I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1. God, fucking update just fucking like frothing at the mouth.
Just update.
Oh yeah, we have a Spy Family to watch.
We do.
There's a sponsor today. Bad Dragon. One day you'll get it, and I'll be the happiest little guy on the planet. I'll be happier than you.
It's true. I would be surprised if somebody hadn't, Big Mac. I like her overall design, it's just her shape had to change. Because this design is fine. I added a couple of details, but like... her shape just wasn't selling it enough.
Oh my god, Susie fucking sent me a video of a tiny snail.
Let me zoom in here.
Dude, I'm a big fan of like people who like look at like articles or scenes of people they don't like perishing and being like, Lamau, get got, dumbass. And those same people seeing like a caterpillar approaching a street and being like, oh, this can't stand. I must get you to a tree, young fellow.
Okay, I have... yeah, I have a couple changes here in the last and bit details.
Dude, this week is a killer week for manga. If you're into good manga. We're getting One Piece.
I'm so sad, speaking of. I'm so sad that everybody's talking so much shit about Kagurabachi. I really like it.
Isn't that the one where it's the guy pulling out the sword?
Yeah.
I thought that was Bleach.
No, it's a new thing. New author.
Oh. Is it like is it like Wild Strawberry Bleach, or is it like actually its own thing?
No, it's actually its own thing.
Okay, cool.
Dennis. No, I wouldn't like it if it was Wild Strawberry Bleach again. No, it's hang on one sec, I gotta get a reference here. I want the thing. There we go. Want that. But the basic premise is that kid blacksmith with his dad. His dad is a legendary blacksmith who makes these incredibly powerful magic swords. And then his dad gets like super assassinated, and all of his legendary swords get stolen, so the kid's trying to find them. And cool shonen battle shit ensues.
Nice.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Personally, I think the memes of him pulling out the sword, especially when it's not him, is awesome.
It's why I feel a little bad, is because it's really good. I like it.
How do you think the creator feels about it?
I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's not, like, discouraging. Because, again, I really like the manga. I think it's good. I think it's because, Jump was pushing it so hard that everybody's making fun of it.
Dude, speaking of that, hey, Heaton, would you want me to help you get a review copy of that Metal Gear Solid collection?
I would love that. How do I do that?
Yeah. No, we'll get you the review copy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, no, I'll go ask the guys over at the reviewer company Ryujinx.
Listen, as much as it fucking pains me, this is one of those shits where it's like, I want to tell Konami to fuck off. I want to tell them to suck dick. More than you could ever possibly know. But these are the cases where we kinda can't, because the only thing they give a shit about is money. And if we pirate the things that we genuinely want them to be making, it'll just tell them not to make it, and I want more Metal Gear.
Well, 2 counterpoints. Well, number 1, I never said pirating. I said we were getting you a review.
But the after Metal Gear Survivor or whatever the fuck, I don't trust Konami to make Metal Gear without
And
Kojima ever.
and that's the thing. Heaton,
Mm-hmm.
do you think they'll actually make Metal Gear?
No, but I think there's a solid possibility that we'll get more, like, ports of old shit.
Well, we're already confirmed to get new ports of old shit because of the files. They've already confirmed the next... Well, the in-game files have confirmed the next one is going to be 4, 5, Peace Walker, and Acid.
Damn. I'll finally be able to play Peace Walker.
Oh, I thought you meant damn as in like, oh man, it's missing something. And I'm like, it's missing your asshole.
I like how Acid is included in there, but
not Portable
Ops
Ops!
isn't.
But
A
dude,
non-canon game and completely leaving out Portable Ops. That is hilarious to me.
Yeah, but dude, poop sucks. Also, yeah, the second counterpoint is it's revenge for Survive.
This is a solid point.
Your what was his name? Vengeful Mosquito from that clipboard.
Love Vengeful Mosquito.
My favorite Metal Gear character.
I hope Vengeful Mosquito's doing alright.
I mean, he was MIA, so he's definitely doing better than everyone in that game.
Damn, you're so right. If you're not a Metal Gear fan, these sentences probably are wild to you.
Yeah, wait, do you not know about such characters as Laughing Octopus? These maverick-ass names.
I got to see for the first time the best cutscene in Metal Gear Solid 2, where Yurikoi Pliskin is explaining to Raiden about Vamp, and Raiden's like, "Oh, they call him Vamp because he's a vampire. No, he's called Vamp because he's bisexual."
Oh, dude, also,
I was saying, I love that motherfuckers genuinely think that's, like, a meme, like, that's edited. It's like, no, that's
real.
That's
Are
real!
you guys-
That's just in Metal Gear 2!
who's ready for, Okay, also, first of all, speaking of Metal Gear Solid 2, that game is straight up the Cell Saga, or the Frieza Saga, whichever one Dragon Ball was supposed to end on. Lamau. And then, but because the fans were like, no, make more Metal Gear, he's like, I guess we could learn about Big Boss. And then we spent the next, like,
Yes.
fucking 8 years learning about Big Boss. But, I'm so stoked that we're finally putting a fucking gun to the PS3's head. It's finally over. That stupid box is dead. It is finally releasing its last hostage, Metal Gear Solid 4, my favorite movie.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, I can't wait to do my Metal Gear marathon and just get yelled at by Twitch for watching a movie when we're like, no, we're playing MGS4.
Oh my, you want to know what would be the worst playthrough of MGS4 ever of all time? Skip all the cutscenes.
Can you fucking imagine?
Could you imagine? Skip, crawl under the truck, skip.
I would unironically love to see what a playthrough of MGS4 is like if you never watch a cutscene.
It's gonna be me.
It's
gonna be my playthrough.
God, that'd be I want to know how long the game is. If you
Just
never
look
watch
up the speedrun, because they obviously have to skip the cutscenes.
What if they don't? Out of principle.
I'm losing.
Or, more likely, what if the cutscenes are not skippable?
Distinctly possible. The mental image of playing specifically MGS4 where you skip all the cutscenes is really funny because I want to know how much context you lose.
All of it. You literally lose all of it.
Like how
You also don't.
How incomprehensible does MGS4 become if you skip all the cutscenes?
Okay, how about the only cutscene you watch is the one where Liquid starts doing finger guns on a boat? Like, you keep a list of the batshit ones.
So like not a lot of active runners for MGS4.
Yeah, I wonder
Uh,
why.
Can't imagine
But-
why.
Can't imagine why.
Currently the top run from 2 years ago is 1 hour, 1 minute, 56 seconds.
You can skip the cutscenes.
Okay. I cannot fucking imagine how wildly incomprehensible MGS4 becomes if you never watch a single cutscene.
You just kill all the shit.
Not sure why
In
I used to think
Arsenal
Miss
gear.
Brawl was a surviving member of the Beauty and the Beast unit. Ooh!
That would have been cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that shit's not canon, but that kind of fucks. The idea of that rules.
Well, that's the thing about it, about Rising, is that, like, I hate that it's not canon, and it's stuck in not being canon, because it's super canon.
Yeah.
It's incredibly incredibly canon. And I hate that, because they could have been like, oh yeah, no, dude, she was just part of the one of the Beauty and the Beast units who got, like, fucking found and deported or some shit. And then Armstrong found her in Algeria.
Which
like,
feels like a very Armstrong thing to do.
yeah, it's a very Armstrong thing to be in Algeria and stealing women. But only if they're strong enough. But, like, that, we could have had, like, I don't want to say we could have had Snake show up, because we could not have had Snake show up. We could have had Otacon show up.
God, can you imagine?
Sunny's in Revengeance.
Yeah, and they talk about Otacon and how much sex he has, but, like...
With David.
No, with women.
No, with David.
No, David.
No, Brooke, with... David's dead.
No.
No. No, Heart. So good. I love Brooke just... No.
No. No, but, like, Sunny always is saying on the fucking codec, like, yeah, he comes home with a new girl every week, but he never comes home with a smile.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And Ryan's like, it's because he likes men. He's into guys.
It's because his husband's dead, Sonny. It's because your dad's dead.
But could you imagine if, like, Sunny walks out and then she's just like, hey man, and then she takes you over, and then instead of Raiden being like, oh man, I can't believe you built that ship, he's like, Otacon. And then Otacon is up there like, oh, Raiden, I pissed myself waiting for you. And then he's like, just like old times, please don't shake my hand.
Otacon didn't piss himself when Raiden met him.
Yeah, I know, but, like, he still pissed himself, and it was fun. Snake definitely told Raiden about it.
I feel like that's...
Or Otacon told Raiden about it.
I want to tell you about the story of when I met my husband. When I met the love of my life.
Like, oh yeah, Raiden, did I ever tell you about when I met Snake? Oh, did you tell him about when you pissed yourself?
No. I was trying not
So
to.
I peed myself.
I was trying really hard not to.
I'm still thinking about it, and the delivery was so unbelievably good. No. that's gonna be there for a while. It's like, dude, David's dead. No.
So definite. So for sure.
I'm fucking confident. Oh no, dude, you know who would be great?
Mm-hmm.
If instead of fucking Wolf giving you Sam's sword and Wolf having this moment that closes out his character in a really good and interesting way and has him have one of the best platinum written character arcs in their entire fucking discography. What if Snake was just there and he was like, Raiden,
Don't
fucking take this stupid ass sword.
Don't fuck this up, Ryden.
Ryden, if you fuck this up, I'll fight him.
What the fuck?
And one of the funniest thing about Snake versus Armstrong, Snake would get folded so fast.
Oh, Snake would have seen Armstrong and would have just patted Ryden on the ass and been like, "Good luck, kid."
He would have been turned into a fine paste. Oh god, like I love thinking about the Metal Gear because the Metal Gear series is just grounded in reality enough where one change fucks up the entire timeline. What if Gray Fox had the Raiden cyborg body and just killed the fuck out of Rex?
We wouldn't have a fucking series of games.
It would be the entire thing would be over if fucking Gray Fox just killed everyone.
It'd be a hard cut to 4.
Yeah, it would be Snake in retirement, and he's like, "Wow, I love being retired."
Like, actually, for real this time.
Yeah, and then Snake looks at the camera and he's like, "The fuck? No, get out of here! Get out!" And the cameraman's like, "No, dude, just want him to catch up."
Can I read a quick Tumblr post shitting on David Cage?
Of course, always.
Sure, David Cage might be sexist, and he might be homophobic, and he might write clunky racist narratives, and he might run a toxic workspace, and he might have animated a nude shower scene of an actor without his consent, but he also makes bad video games. Free reading lesson for me, this maybe is not the place to talk about how you love Detroit become racist.
Dude.
Detroit become racist!
Dude, I was playing Detroit with Kiana, and she was like, "Dude, Avi, we gotta play this game. It's really fun." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, Yeah. Watch what you can do in this game." And at the literal first opportunity, not the second, not the third, the first opportunity, murders Kara.
Thank
She's
God.
like, "Oh, cool. Now the game can start."
Hey, did you know that Kara was originally, like, their narrative tests for, like, selling their new engines, and she was really cool? And then David Cage made her the worst character in the whole game, made her literally superfluous, literally made her ass padding.
Made it so that the game and story are worse with her in it. Dude, because you know what I love more than abusing my children? Abusing my children who are robots.
So, like, yeah, it's so fucking... The thing of it is, right? Like... There's a... this is the most frustrating part of Kara's story. Is, like... The metaphor is so clear because David Cage couldn't be subtle if you wrote it on his forehead, if you tattooed it on his forehead. But like it's the idea of like, oh, if she's a real person, then you know she's a real child. Can a robot care for a child? But like, if we'd have known that the kid was a robot from the beginning, that story would have been more compelling, and it would have made more fucking sense. Because waiting until the end, because, like, what you wanted was this notion of, like, oh, you were attached to her this whole time, and oh, it turns out she was a robot the whole time. Whole time she was a fucking refrigerator, in the words of, Matt and Pat. So, like... the bit, like, is lost when you make that a reveal, because instead of, like, being emotionally endeared, it just cuts everything.
It's like, it pulls everything into question and makes it so dumb. So this man bought a child to abuse?
Yeah. Like, if it had been if you'd have done it up top, like from the beginning, if it would have
It would be less stupid.
Well, no, if it was up top, you could have done a lot more shit with the story you wanted to tell. Because, like, the notion is that she's supposed to be a proxy for a child he actually lost, right? So having him turn aggressive towards the robot means that, like, it's him using it as an outlet for his own grief. And it's the bit of him projecting his anger at himself onto that child. And you could have, like, a kind of interesting narrative about that. And the father could have a lot more nuance and more well thought out, interesting writing if you had started with that. Because you could establish up top that, like, that it's like some weird, sick, personal, like, that she's basically a personal punching bag to get out the anger that he feels towards himself, and that feels more fucked up. Like,
but here's the thing, David Cage is allergic to nuance, so...
Well, exactly, David Cage is allergic to nuance. That's the problem, which is why he chose to make it a reveal instead, so that he could have his shitty plot twist instead of, like, actually doing something interesting with the inherent deep-rooted horror of, I bought this robot to try and, get through my feelings about losing my child, but instead I began to take my anger out on it. The slow descent into fucking, and the idea that, like, just that shit's more interesting. But God forbid,
Yeah.
God forbid we try. Also, hello, Cranberry. Also, yes, Autism Gang. Autism Gang. They filmed the late page without his consent. That's fucked up if so. Yeah, they modeled his naked body without his consent.
Dude.
Did
You
you?
don't
my
like
God.
Detroit Become Human, you like Connor and
Hank.
fucking Clancy Brown.
I was going to say, no, it's not even Connor. It's... You don't like Detroit Become Human. You like Connor's actor. Because literally all of the best Connor scenes were improv, and David Cage hated all of them.
Dude. Speaking of David Cage, did you know Pat's a father?
Oh no.
Yeah. And Paige is the mother.
Good for them.
Oh yeah, unbelievably good for them. I'm incredibly happy. There's just one problem. They're both creatures.
Yeah, that's the oh no.
They're both weird creatures.
They will give birth to a weird creature.
Do you think the baby will be normal sized? I hope the kid grows up and has to, like, look all the way down at Pat.
Racism is bad. That's why making the people who are supposed to represent black people not human and making two of the ones you play as white. Well, no, there's no political message.
Yeah, he's just asking questions.
There's no political message.
Have you seen that AI generated Pixar poster? Or like fucking, it's just this. It's this image of this black lady being yelled at by this white guy on a bus, and the fucking thing is just called back. I saw that and I almost threw up. I was laughing so hard.
Do not believe you. He put Martin Luther King quotes in that game. That's what he said though. In an interview. It's like, there's no politics in my game. There's no racism allegory. Has nothing to do with racism. What are you talking about? Are you fucking stupid? Racism in my video games?
What the heck is up with this game? Are those paintings or racists? Geez, game designers, make up your mind. What is this bullshit?
Imagine being racist. Couldn't be me.
Mm-hmm. Imagine being bigoted. I, like, can't understand the concept of being bigoted, even. Like, Who would even do that in my house and be named my parents?
And be named Doxes myself.
And is named 314.285.
Who's the... Okay. In the post about the, gets into fight on the internet, who on the Straw Hat crew is the one who just doxes your IP in response?
Robin.
And I was about to say, and why is one of them Robin?
Usopp doxes you.
Yeah, I feel like Usopp would also.
Well, that's the thing about Robin.
I feel like
is
Usopp
that,
has to reach a threshold to get to the doxing part. Robin just fucking does it.
I think with Robin, it's that, she's way smarter than you and can beat you in any argument. So she doesn't really need to dox you, but she does know your IP address.
Usopp taught her how to do it once, and then she's made it everyone else's problem ever since.
She hangs out, she's talking with someone, and they're like, I think that white people are the best, and she's like, you strike me as a 412.385.462 kind of guy. And they're like, what? It's like, yeah, is that not your IP address?
Nami?
Oh yeah, Nami also doxes you.
Nami? Okay.
Nami gets Usopp to develop ransomware for her.
No,
and we,
you know what? Hang on. There's two different levels to this. Nami and Usopp and Robin will post your IP address. Nami sends you pictures of your house. Nami's the one who DMs you photos of the outside of your house.
Frankie will send you images where if they even appear on your computer, it uploads a virus. You don't have to click anything. If you look at it, your computer blows up. Luffy just punches you through the screen.
I feel unironically, Luffy doesn't get into arguments on the internet because I feel like...
Oh, he does.
I feel like he's simply too dumb.
Zoro gets into arguments and responds to the wrong people.
Yeah. Responds to the wrong person in the Twitter thread. Yeah, that feels right.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not the guy who said that. That guy did. Wait, which guy? That's him.
Wrong one.
Does not untag the person he wrongfully tagged. So they just have to do that, experience all the bullshit that's going down.
He tags the President of the United States. He tags Luffy.
Yeah, Ace would say he fucked your mom.
And then he would send you the selfie of him with your mom.
Jinbei simply does not participate in stupid online internet arguments.
Oh my god, no. No, Jinbei posts, anytime someone is, a dickbag to him, Jinbei posts, self-help shit and is be a better version of yourself.
I feel okay. I love Sanji with all of my heart, so I need you to understand. I need you to wait for me to finish my thought. I feel like Sanji is the kind of person who gets into a really nuanced back and forth part of the argument. He's the kind of person who actually provides point counterpoint for an argument on the internet for a good solid amount of time, and then one misstep is said and he sends kill yourself. I feel like
he gets roped into people sea lioning him and gish galloping him constantly.
He does frequently. However, I feel like there's a threshold and a limit, and when certain things are said, the response is kill yourself. Simply die.
Oh no, it's only kill yourself when women are involved.
And then it's a bit of you thought, no. Sends you a guide, kill yourself.
Look out your window, he's skywalking to your location that Robin gave him.
Yeah.
Robin, what's this guy's address? Oh, it's this. Alright, thanks, man. I'll be right back.
Brooke doesn't respond in words. He just sends emojis.
he sends fucking pictures of us. He just sends skull emoji to everyone, and then he just laughs like a fucking madman to himself.
I feel like Brooke is the kind of person on social media who is in fact like a grandpa and just responds to everything with so many emojis.
Yes, dude. Chopper's not on the internet.
He's too young.
Chopper, and he's like, I'm 17, and everyone's just like, nope, little baby. And
You're
then
a baby.
Umbers is just like, wow.
Post
They
time.
have to hide all of the false medical information because they know that if he's caught wind of that, he would spend hours upon hours trying to correct everyone when there is simply not enough time.
I love with all of my heart, every fiber of my goddamn being, the mental image of fucking Chopper and Law, specifically, sitting on Twitter doing nothing but wildly debunking medical misinformation. The difference is that Chopper is trying to do so, like, kindly and politely, and then Law hits a point where he starts spreading more aggressive medical misinformation so that those people will, in fact, drop dead.
Oh, dude, no. You know what Chopper and Law need? A podcast.
Yes! Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love with all of my heart the mental image of Chopper being like, well, no, that's not actually true. That'll actually make you more sick. But Law is 100% the kind of person who sees motherfuckers, like, spreading that bleach will cure COVID, and he's like, yeah, the exact medical amount you need to cure your COVID is this much, and it's the exact lethal dose. And Chopper's like, no, you can't do that! That'll really hurt them, they'll die! And Law's like, good.
It's just one of the side effects, Chopper.
He claims you can't cure he's like, doctors will claim you can't cure stupid. I can absolutely cure stupid.
I can remove the stupid from your stupid body. Oh, really? How you do that? Bullet.
I can remove the stupid from your body. How do you do that, Shambles?
Wow, I'm smarter. Okay, but is stupid the absence of smart, or is stupid an entity?
Oh, my bit was that he just kills you.
Oh, okay, great.
Hype train!
Kills you.
Oh my goodness, thank you for the gift sub
Oh.
to Cranberry, and thank you for the gift sub for Marin.
Oh no, it's even better.
It's
Fucking.
only 68%. Fuck.
Fucking.
Somebody
Oh,
donate a
first of all,
single
you
bit.
time lapse.
Oh, my time lapse. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's recording. Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like I did, but I don't remember.
The fucking
Come on.
Chopper gives
Oh,
some.
I wanted it to go to 69. Come on.
Yeah.
I want 69%.
I just fucking want Chopper to be like giving good advice on the internet about medical stuff, and someone responds with, "Thank you, Dr. Chopper. You're pretty good," and then Chopper just responds with, "Kill yourself."
I would love to watch, like... I would love... Oh, the fucking... It's like Sawbones.
Is that Elephant Sabo?
No, Sawbones is, it's a podcast that Justin McElroy does with his doctor wife, where she talks about talks about correcting medical misinformation. That's their podcast.
Yep.
The difference is that Chopper goes from yes 69%. Thank you, Monster King. Exactly 69%. Fuck yeah.
Oh, dude, I just realized I have to fucking record 3 videos today.
You sure do.
Got 2 videos for Susie to edit, and then I've got a co-op with Autumn to edit that has fucking... Like, I don't know what it is about me in particular. I can't just do commentaries. They have to take 17,000 bajillion years.
I was going to say, it must have been. I didn't know we were still talking to Autumn.
Hey, baby doll.
Yeah. Did you not know that they all came back?
Sure.
Yeah, no, like her, Ty, a couple other people just kind of like said fuck that bitch, and now we're all just hanging out. We're homies.
Well,
And me and Autumn, we started a co-op like what 5? I want to say 5 years ago. We started a co-op, and then we just didn't do it. We never finished. We never edited it. Like it was written, it was recorded, all of that, and then everything happened, and then I was just like, we were just talking for a little bit, and she was like, "Do you want to fucking finish that co-op?" And I was like, "Yup." And so we're going to be covering. What is Did She Go by now again?
oh, did you know, I think?
Yup. That.
Which one?
They made a video about like Mario Odyssey and how Mario Odyssey looks really ugly.
I'm so excited. I hate that video. I'm stoked.
Yeah, no, script's good. We were gonna get like to show you guys how fucking old this script is. There was going to be a voiceover Pete bit in this. Now it's gonna be Gianni.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're gonna get Gianni to be like, "Yo, give me your credit card information, Lamau."
You guys are more forgiving than I am.
Eh, I know.
I can respect that.
Yep. I mean, listen, man. I was about to give an example, and then I realized I probably shouldn't give that example. I shouldn't give that example. That's not a good example either.
Yeah, it's almost as if.
No, I'm trying to like think of a good way to compare this to something else, and I'm like, that's a war, that's a war, that's a war.
Thank you for the gifted sub. We've reached level 2 hype train.
I guess if I had to like, okay, here's what I'll say. Do you hate the Doflamingo gang? Or do you hate Doflamingo?
Given what they did to Law, the gang as a whole is pretty to blame, I think.
Yeah, but what about like Baby 5 and like Loud G and fucking Senior Pink?
Listen,
Like there were some gamers there. Yes, sure they did some bad things in the past to Law, and you know what? That's fair. But sometimes when your leader gets killed and thrown in a fucking ditch, you gotta realize that people were at one point led astray and manipulated, maybe even groomed.
you know
And
what? Here's the way I'm gonna put this, because I want to be fair. And we'll use the same analogy. The audience can feel however they want about Baby 5. You wouldn't blame Law for hating her forever.
I guess. I don't know. Like I'm how many of us are Law in this instance though?
I am.
I'd say I'm Law.
Yeah, and you're more, like I said, you're more forgiving than I am. And I appreciate that. It's a nice thing about you.
Oh,
I
mean,
didn't mean it in like I might have sounded dismissive, but it wasn't. Like, genuinely. I've talked about this with Susie before, too. I'm like, genuinely, it's a better trait, but we never forgive, we never forget, dog. Like...
well... No, brain. Dude, I need to fucking... Like, what is wrong with my brain right now?
Were you going to make another war parable?
No, I was gonna say that's very conservative of you.
No. Oh boy.
Anyway, it's 8 o'clock.
Woo! Yeah. It's
Alright, time to read the scans and see if they're just as... Oh Oh shit, they used it as the cover page. Oh no.
Question and I'll be out of your hair. Hit me with the silly question. I'm waiting for the what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, like, I guess I'm not friends with all of them. Like, I'd say I'm friends with, like, Autumn and Ty. Everyone else, I'm, like, either having to warm back up to, or we were never close originally.
I don't have any
But,
beef.
like,
I'm
I'm
gonna put it like this.
just glad I got my homies back.
I'm gonna put it like this. I have beef with... I wouldn't say that, like, I have beef with Ty. I just think, like, I'm gonna be wary around Ty probably forever. And I think justifiably so.
Mhm.
Autumn and I are never gonna be homies ever again. Autumn said some really awful shit, and I think no. I think not ever.
Alright, fair enough. I can't make all the miracles happen, just a few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we have water breathing stuff? I wouldn't know. I haven't been on the server yet. Much like last time, I'm probably going to join a few weeks late because I am in the middle of a thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've simply into the spoons.
Yeah, and then after fucking Halloween, here's the thing, Keaton, you and I both know this. If we sat down for a fucking hour, that script would be done.
Yeah.
Intro
Well,
script, everything done.
Well, because I was telling you for like the 900th time, I can't like sit in a call and do it.
What I was gonna suggest actually is that we sit and do it muted, just so that if we have things we want to discuss about it, or like if we think one of us needs to like adjust some shit, we can speak up and say it. But like for the most part, just like keep quiet.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because with me, I can't get things done unless I know my accountability buddy is there. It's why I'm so adamant about doing things in call. Because I get distracted way too easily.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That we can do.
Yeah.
See, and I'm the exact opposite, is when I have to, like, work on something, I cannot be in call, or I will get distracted and not do the thing I need to do. Okay, and then... I almost don't wanna... Yeah, I like that better. Okay.
Dude.
Then we... Boop, 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 boop.
Alright, I've gotten the slock out of the way. Time to read JJK.
Yay, no more My Hero.
How much longer do you think until you just give up?
I'm
She's
finishing
stubborn.
this out. I'm just not gonna like doing it.
I reckon. Listen,
Yeah, no.
I have nothing but respect for your hustle and grind. You have
The main
more
character
stamina.
is back, and by main character, I mean Bakugo.
Oh, you have more stamina than I do. I wish I fucking cared. I'm so fucking... The thing about My Hero that makes me so fucking bitter is, like, I've talked about this before, right? Like, things that are bad, things I don't like, I have less vitriol for than things I used to like or things I thought could have been good and weren't. So I have a lot more bitterness towards My Hero because I really cared about My Hero. I thought My Hero was great, and then he just fucking let me down.
Aww. Aww, they didn't use the aww. Damn it. Okay, fine. I'll take it, official translations.
Is this Lulth the Spider Queen? The artwork's awesome. I'm just not familiar. Oh, this is, no, this is an OC. This is the doll maker. She's a Dungeons and Dragons villain. Or, I guess monster is a better word. So we're going to do this again. And then we... Ba-ba. Wait, I wanna... Hang on.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, dude, I know. I know.
I'm. Brooke is happy with this. It's so
God damn
fucking
it.
funny.
I'm in the...
So I hold on.
A bitch is
I'm gonna-
working!
I'm gonna send you a screenshot from the scan so you could see what their translation was. It's pretty excellent.
I'm working hard for my money and you're here laughing at me. Is she the
We're not
Lorries and your
laughing at
friends
you,
are
we're
dolls
laughing at
and
the
call? Maybe. Listen, maybe I was a little inspired by my original concept for her, perhaps. I've thought about Dollmaker being one of the entities, but... I decided against it for a number of reasons. I think a version of her could be an entity. But, not this one in particular. I've always been, like, preoccupied with the notion of, like, sewing as a horror activity. Because everybody goes with the obvious, right? Like, everybody leans into, like, oh, sewing your mouth closed, and, like, sewing your eyes closed, and but, like, you can do so much with, like, the visual idea of sewing, especially because it's such a slow, meticulous, and painful process. I feel like nobody capitalizes on that, you know? Nobody wants to capture the inherent horror of the process of stitching two things together. Especially two things that shouldn't be together. Seduction implies a lot. This is a creature that could not give two less of a fucks whether you live or die.
Yeah, but like... Can...
She could.
Okay. Well, thank you.
But not...
I love how I can just do that. I just say can, and you have to... And you're just like, yep.
Well, okay, here's the thing. She could... not in a way that you would get any enjoyment out of, though. It would be like, eyes open, her body wouldn't move, she would simply make the noise.
I'd be interested. I'd be like, She like vibrates a little bit.
Not even that. Just like, it would just be, like, completely stone still. but it would be the sound of, like, a normal sneeze.
Damn. Yeah, no, like some of these translations, I like the other one, but this is good. I'm glad it's here. I'm glad that we have this fucking manga.
All you do every week is complain! Complain!
I don't complain. I'm not complaining. I'm saying I prefer one translation over the other, but they're both very good. If you want me to actually complain, I can. Did you forget that I'm Jewish? You'll know when I'm complaining.
You villain in the Heat and Mitsuru Productions movie, The Doll Maker. So your tongue to the roof of your mouth and then your head into your ass. Yeah, Button Eyes is here. It's the, like... The thing with her in particular is that she's... She's built around a kind of, like, a thing I'm personally kind of fascinated with narratively. And it's the idea of, like... So in a lot of shit, right, there's this fixation on becoming immortal. But it's always a very particular kind of immortality. It's this notion of the, like, you're always pretty and perfect, and it's more eternal youth than immortality, right? And I get that that's, like, the more appealing form of it, but, like, for most people, I feel like if you were driven to such an extent... Wrong layers. That, like, you do crazy shit to become immortal, like, that you would be the, like... That most people would take the, like, weird, freaky kind of immortal, right? So she's more a personification of, like, the notion of wanting to be immortal at any cost. Of, like, giving up everything about yourself bodily in order to, like, live forever. Because it's always like, oh, I've become some sort of horrible Resident Evil or Silent Hill monster. I've failed. But for her, she became a Silent Hill monster and was like, perfect, now this'll work.
I always love Resident Evil monsters because it's like, yes, now I shall rule the world as a fucking weird T-Rex made of flesh and gross. Like, have you seen the end of Resi 6? How's that guy gonna rule anything?
I mean, if I was a fleshy T-Rex monster, I don't think a lot of things could stop me from doing whatever I wanted.
Yeah, but like, how do you go to bed? How do you like fucking brush your teeth in the morning? Like, Jesus Christ.
You wouldn't have to worry about brushing your teeth in the morning. You're a giant fleshy T-Rex monster.
How do you play Viv Bowl game?
Damn, you're right.
Yep. Would you rather have unlimited power and no games?
Or games. Unlimited games, but no games.
But no games. The true Jay Schlatt question. Gumachi.
I liked the concept of somebody who is so fixated. She's one of the villains that I have that, like, has a story, like, because she was a person beforehand. So she has, like, a backstory. But, not a good enough one for this! Not a good enough one for all the horrible war crimes she's committing and all the people she's turning into horrible Silent Hill monsters. It turns out that the brain and the body are very incompatible with the new form of life that I'm creating. Isn't that unfortunate? But they told
Sucks. Let me in.
They told me that they wanted to live. And they're alive, aren't they? That's all that matters.
I don't think I want to perceive for that long.
You wouldn't want to perceive forever?
Well, it depends on where I am. I thought fucking... I don't know why I thought she was holding a ladle for a second, and then I zoomed in, and there's nothing. It is a pin, dumbass.
Good job, idiot. Oops. Wrong layer. Wrong layer! Okay. Now here's where this shit gets... tedious. Too thick. There we go. No, wait, I wanted them here. There we go. And then we do merge that down, go underneath. And we apply the ones to the opposite side. This is another one where I feel like we've lost a little bit of the original prompt here, but
Hey, baby doll.
the question is, how much do I care? And the answer's not that much. Not as much as you'd think. Not this time. I don't want to think about Iva as a big dragon.
Remember when I was saying a couple days ago about Kaido with Kuma's fruit?
Yeah?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. What the Wait, what? Oh my god, no, he just looks like him. Oh my god.
There we go. There she is. I might have to draw like a fully updated doll maker. This is the longest one it's taken me in a while. Wrong font. Where are you? Boop, boop. There we go. There we go. And grab this.
I thought it said piss.
I was going to say. I also
Piss.
kept looking at it and thinking it read piss.
Can you make just a second version where you just change the fucking ends to piss?
There we go. And that's it. Ba-ba-ba-ba. 29. Pins. Only 2 days left. Ugh. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's undead. Ugh.
That's
I have one more I can draw, and then all that'll be left is day 31.
and then it'll be November, the most month of the year.
So, because Tuesday is fast approaching, before we go, I want to tell you guys a couple of things about what's going to happen for the next 2 days. So, tomorrow will only be the morning stream again. Unfortunately, I have other things I have to do. So
Star Wars game.
Yeah. So, tomorrow will only be the morning stream. Tuesday. Tuesday's gonna be a little different. we're gonna start in the afternoon. We're gonna start around 1, as I'm wont to do. We're going to do the Goretober prompt for that day. And then I have an announcement. I have a very important announcement, and that will be all of the Halloween stream.
You're dating Doodle Tones.
Yeah, I'm going to publicly announce my VTuber marriage to Doodle Tones. Yeah.
Yay.
So tomorrow will be the
She
last.
is unaware.
So tomorrow will be the last normal stream. And then Tuesday, again, I have a very special announcement. It's very important. I'm very excited. I'm super nervous. But yeah, that'll be a really long stream. So, I will see you tomorrow for our last normal stream of the Subathon. But until then, we're gonna send you over to Dr. Crafty, who just started going live. Because I think it's funny, considering he's tech testing, so we are going to go annoy him. I am going to be on 5 to 6 CST. Check Crafty's announcements. But for now, I'm so nervous. I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye!